Donnie and Dolly, the team is supported by ableauctions.ca. Closing your business? We can help.
That's what I'm talking about. It's Monday. All of our guests today, including Ross Tucker, are sponsored by Basant Motors. Basant Motors is turning the big 3-0, and they are ready to celebrate with some amazing deals. Find out more at basantmotors.com as we bring in Ross Tucker from the Ross Tucker Football Podcast and Westwood One, and we say belated happy Canadian Thanksgiving to Ross. How are you, sir?
I am doing awesome. I do have a question, though, as I often do. Canadian Thanksgiving, basically just the exact same thing as American Thanksgiving, just a different day?
I don't think we celebrate it quite to the level you do, but yes. Yeah. Turkey, cranberry, the sauce, the whole thing.
Well, hopefully not cranberry sauce. Cranberry sauce is highly overrated and unnecessary and should not be part of the festivities. But, okay, so it's same reasoning, same logic behind the holiday, but it's not like a top 3 holiday for you guys like it is for us?
I wouldn't say top 3. I wouldn't say so. But by the way, cranberry sauce is overrated. Cranberry jelly, underrated. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Not the jelly.
Well, so this became a big topic this week because of the weather delay in the Bills and the Chiefs, where evidently, according to Michelle Tafoya from NBC, some players were complaining because the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches they were given were 70% peanut butter, 30% jelly. Let me just say, number one, that is the ideal ratio. If anything, you could do 75% peanut butter, 25% jelly. The peanut butter is the star of the show. The jelly is really just there so that it's not too dry. Okay, we all know this.
That's it.
And then number 2, I hope you guys know, strawberry jam or even cranberry jam. Jam is always better than jelly. Jam spreads on better.
Yeah, I agree.
It tastes better. You don't need the jelly like squeezing out of the sides. I don't understand why the world doesn't just let me decide what everybody should eat, because I know the answers.
We're working on that, Ross. We're working on that. By the way, crunchy or smooth on the peanut butter?
I can go either way. That's one I can go either way. But I like crunchy. It's kind of like orange juice. I like the pulp.
Oh, yes.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
What's wrong with the pulp? What's wrong with the crunch? Let's get nuts.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. I argue with my kids all the time when I get the orange. They don't want the pulp. I want lots of pulp, the extra pulp. Okay, Ross.
Yeah. It makes it seem like it's healthier and more nutritious. Tell your kids that they should listen to their dad.
And Ross Tucker.
Yes.
Okay, we're taking a tough turn here. We're going to talk about Jon Gruden. Ross, it's well documented what went on the weekend. How well do you know Jon Gruden, and were there whispers out there at all about all of this?
Don't know him that well. I don't know if I'm surprised by anything that people send in private emails or private text messages, to be honest with you. I mean, Bruce Allen's like his best friend, so I'm not shocked. I don't know him well enough to know it. Sounds like the people that do know him well are very surprised by this. I'll tell you what I'm surprised by. First of all, obviously the things he said are very disturbing, but how stupid can you be to put all those in emails?
Yes. Emails, yep.
I mean, like, if anything, he got fired for stupidity or resigned for stupidity. But what I think is really interesting, guys, the NFL investigated the Washington football team for workplace misconduct, 650,000 emails. And the only thing that really come from it so far is the Raiders coach resigned. Like, what about all the Washington stuff?
Yeah.
And the NFL kind of, it felt like to me, almost swept it under the rug. Daniel Snyder resigned. His wife's the CEO. Whatever they did there to try to appease whoever they needed to appease. But now it's like selective. Now it's like it feels almost like somebody at the NFL league office is like, you know what? I went through these emails. I don't like Gruden. I don't like that he said that. Let's get rid of him. Because now there's going to be a public clamoring for what else is in the emails. Like, 650,000 emails. I'm pretty sure those, like Jon Gruden's not the only person that had inappropriate emails. So what else? I can tell you right now, I bet you Jon Gruden or his lawyers are going to be asking those questions.
Yeah. Hey, so Ross, having said all that, do you agree with Gruden stepping down?
Well, so I don't think he really had any choice.
Yeah.
I think, Mark Davis, the owner of the Raiders, and they've got a tremendous history of inclusion. Amy Trask was their CEO forever. Art Shell, the first African-American head coach. I mean, what Jon Gruden put in those emails is the exact antithesis of everything Al Davis and the Raiders have always represented. So I don't think Jon Gruden had a choice. I'm sure Mark Davis is like, dude, you're out of here. I can't have this. Plus, even just the things he said about, Carl Nassib's the first openly gay NFL player, and the things that Gruden said about that. I mean, the language he used to describe the commissioner, and it seems to me like there's probably even more emails out there, and the NFL was just going to keep leaking them until Gruden resigns. I don't think he had much of a choice.
Hey, Ross, Russell Wilson out 4 to 8 weeks. It's the Geno Smith show. Last week was his first meaningful snaps since 2017 with the Giants. Your thoughts on Geno taking over in Seattle?
What's 217? Do you mean
2017?
2017 the year, or do you mean February 17?
He gets roasted for that a lot.
I get roasted for that a lot. I said 2017. I meant 2017.
But why did you just say 217?
Because I have
February 17th.
Listen to me. I have a bad habit of saying 216, 217, 218, 220. I got to get out of this. But you know what I mean. 2017. How's that?
Dude, I got to tell you, I'm 42 years old. You're the first person.
Oh, come on.
I've ever heard
it's
say
true.
that.
That's not true.
You call it a bad habit. That's the worst habit. I've never heard somebody else say that.
220. You had
217.
220, 221, 219, 218. Come on. People say it all the time to me.
No, one people.
Yeah.
Literally just you, Rick. Just you. That's amazing, though. Rick, every week you dazzle me with something. There's something even more ridiculous than the week before.
So you've never heard 217.
They gave you your own show now. I get it. I get it. It's entertaining. It's entertaining for me.
Hey, listen.
I don't even remember. The question was Geno Smith.
Yeah.
Listen, I think this is going to be extremely interesting for the Seahawks. I think Pete Carroll might get exposed. There, I said it. I know you guys are Seahawks fans. But I think Russell Wilson bailed him out a lot over the years. And now we're about to find out exactly what type of head coach Pete Carroll is without Russell Wilson. Now, listen, maybe he'll play well. Maybe they'll play well. Maybe they'll win. Maybe it'll be a huge boost for Pete Carroll. I highly doubt that. I think the Seahawks are in major trouble. I don't think Russell Wilson will be rushing back from that injury because I think they'll probably be out of the mix in the NFC West by the time he comes back. And I think he probably wants to leave and go somewhere else anyway. So this is sort of a disaster for the Seahawks. I'm sorry to say for you guys.
Not everybody in Vancouver is a Seahawks fan. Not everybody in BC. What don't you like about Pete Carroll?
I have no problem with Pete Carroll. I think he is a little overrated as a coach because he had some terrific talent on defense and he had Russell Wilson. I think he has not maximized Russell Wilson the last 8 years, whatever it is. And I think that's why Russell Wilson wants out. I think Pete Carroll has had a top 5 quarterback and hasn't even gotten back to a conference championship game since when? I mean, I can't remember when they made it to a conference championship game. And a lot of that falls on Pete Carroll's shoulders. He's had a terrific career, USC, Seattle. I get it. But I think he has been able to survive because he's had a top 5 quarterback that's made a ton of tremendous plays for him. And I think that's going to be very clear over the next 4 to 8 weeks in 221.
Very quickly, Ross, Bills over the Chiefs, 38-20. Everybody's calling that a statement game for the Bills. What statement did they make?
That they're the best team in football, that we kind of already knew this based on how they were playing, but to go to Kansas City and not just beat the Chiefs, but beat them badly. The Bills are awesome. They're better on both sides of the ball. Josh Allen is a super freak that I don't know we've ever seen before. He's 250 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like throwing 80-yard bombs, hurtling over defenders. It's crazy what he's able to do. And then the defense is much better, which is what they really needed after last year.
That segment was more jam than jelly, so congratulations, Ross. We'll talk to you next week. Appreciate it.
Sounds great. Next week it'll still be 221, but
Hey. Ross, can I read you a text in our Delaney's OK Tire and Langley inbox? Do you mind?
Of course.
This is from Stephen Cloverdale. I think Ross is too hard on Rick. The good people of this city are backing me up.
I think Rick just made up that text. I think you had your buddy Steve text that in.
Man.
I don't believe for a second that actually just came through.
We had a ton of texts last week, Ross. I'm not going to lie to you.
All of them were
Tucker
from
guy,
Stephen Cloverdale.
Stephen Cloverdale. That Tucker guy's too hard on Dollywall. I had a lot of those.
Rick, that's interesting because all the tweets I get, because they don't have my phone number, at Ross Tucker NFL, and all the emails say, "You're amazing. We love when you roast Rick. Keep it up."
Not Stephen Cloverdale.
Thanks, Ross.
See you guys. Sorry, Steve.
All right. Thanks to Ross and to Stephen Cloverdale. When it comes to Pete Carroll, I think one of the things, and this isn't just Pete Carroll, it's John Schneider as well, but what about the offensive line issues for a long time? To me, they just haven't felt the same since the Max Unger deal with New Orleans to get Jimmy Graham and that offensive line, not protecting your most valuable asset the way you probably should. So that's interesting. Keep an eye on what happens with the Seahawks. We all do
Geno
anyway.
Smith, it's going to be huge. What happens? 4 to 8 weeks, Wilson could be out.
Yeah. All right. We are thanks to Ross Tucker. Let's take a break. Donnie and Dolly, the team on check.